and now we are going to continue. We are going to start the new chapter, that is electric current. Electric current, already you people have studied about this chapter that related to electric current from 6th class onwards. In the class 6th also, electric current, 7th, electric current and its effect. In 8th class also, it was chemical effect of electric current. That you have some basic idea about the electric current. But at this level, we are going to discuss something extra in this chapter. The name is same, electric current. But here we will discuss the applications of electric current and some more details of electric current. So once again we start from the electric current. Some basic idea about the electric current and the cause of electric current, that is electric charge. We must know about that. You know about the electric current, that is flow of charges per unit time. This thing you know. Then what is this charge? You must know it. For this, let us start from that we have so many things. We are using them, and in our daily life we are seeing that things. That all the things, all the matters are having small particles, are made up of small particles. Suppose this is any matter. It is made up of number of small particles, and all the small particles, the very small particles called atoms. And in class 9 in the chemistry, you studied about the atoms and the particles present inside the atom. The basic 3 particles present inside the atom are electron, proton and neutron. And these particles are distributed inside the atom at various places, at different places that we have discussed. Now these particles are having some nature. Electrons are given negative, protons are given positive, and neutrons neutral, no charge. In all the things, you use the word negatively charged. Electron is negatively charged, proton is negatively charged. Then what actually the charge is? This electron, proton and neutron present inside the atom. Number of atoms makes a matter. So that means all the matter are having these kind of small particles, electron, proton, neutron. So this charge, we can say it is the fundamental property of every matter. Whenever we take any kind of matter that we are using, that the matter is existing, and that matter definitely have some charge, because charge is the fundamental property of any matter. Then with that fundamental property, what the matter can do, that matter can exert force on the other, that matter can interact with the other. So the charge is the fundamental property. It is the fundamental property. Fundamental property of any matter. with which it can interact with the other things, other matter. That is the charge. Then how can we make a matter become charged? Simply if we take, this is the pen. It is also having charged particles inside the matter, plastic. There are many electrons, protons. It means this pen can exert force on the other. But at this condition, it is not able to exert force. At this condition. Because at this condition, we say this is neutral, this is uncharged. Why do we say this matter is uncharged? Because though it is having the charged particles, still it is uncharged. It is because every matter is having that particles, proton, electron, negative, proton positively charged, electron negatively charged, and that number are equal. Means the number of electrons present in that matter is exactly equal to the number of protons. So, plus and minus. Plus 1 and minus 1. It gives 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. So we say that a matter is neutral. It is because number of protons and number of electrons in that matter are equal. That's why we say the matter is neutral. All the matter are neutral, uncharged. Then how can this matter be charged? We must know. पता होना चाहिए. This matter has to be charged. Has to be charged का मतलब क्या होता है? Charges already है. Charge करना है. Charge करने का मतलब we must develop that property to exert force. तो कैसे डेवलप करें उसको? तो डेवलप करने के लिए we have to follow some methods. There are so many methods. So many methods of charging. But हम एक मेथड यहाँ पर बताएंगे आपको. That method already we have discussed in class 8th in the chapter some natural phenomena. अगर याद हो तो. Rubbing a plastic scale on a dry hair. The plastic scale attracts small pieces of paper. In that case, we said plastic scale is charged. ऐसे एक मेथड देखा था. In the same manner, once again we take the same example. Here we are going to take another example. That take a glass rod. एक glass rod ले. ग्लास रॉड के साथ सिल्क क्लॉथ ले. सिल्क. अब द ग्लास रॉड इज रब्ड विद द सिल्क क्लॉथ. रब करते हैं तो रब करने से दोनों के बीच में फ्रिक्शन तो होगा. ड्यू टू फ्रिक्शन व्हाट हैपेंस? वन मैटर लूज द चार्ज, अनदर गेन द चार्ज. चार्ज कौन से चार्ज? जो उस एटम में से पार्टिकल निकल सकता है. एंड यू नो द एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर. एटम में से किस चीज को निकाल सकते हैं? ओनली दैट इलेक्ट्रॉन विच इज इन द आउटर मोस्ट शेल. सो ऑन रबिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम वन मैटर टू अनदर मैटर. इन दिस पेयर, in the pair of glass and silk, the electron is transferred from glass to silk. Electron lose the electron, silk gains the electron. After this transfer of electron, both glass rod and silk become charged. Glass rod charge हो गया और silk cloth भी charge हो गया. Since the glass rod lose electron, it become positive. It become positive. क्योंकि एक एटम में से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकाल दो वो पॉजिटिव आयन बन जाता है. ये पढ़ रखा है केमिस्ट्री में. Here the silk gained that electron. It gained the electron. So after gaining the electron, it become negative. Now we say the glass rod is charged and the silk cloth is also charged. So after getting this charge, these two things, glass rod and the silk cloth, they exert force on the other thing. Now the glass rod is able to attract or repel, attract anything. Silk cloth is also able to attract other things. That means they can exert force on the other. So this is the charge, the objects. Then we say the glass rod is charged object. Silk cloth is also charged object. So finally we can define the charge. It is a fundamental property of a matter with which it can exert force on the other. That is the charge. And then we go to the properties of charges. The basic property that all the charges can exert force on the other. Charges एक दूसरे में force apply कर सकते हैं. There are only two types of charges, positive and negative charge. No third type of charge. And in this, by experiment we obtain the result. Experiment करने के बाद ये result हमें मिला है that opposite charges attract each other. Similar charges, same kind of charges repel each other. Same kind of charges repel each other. This is one of the basic property. Like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. This is one of the basic property. Some more basic properties are also there. और भी कुछ properties है इन इसके साथ. Like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. इसके साथ some more properties, वो क्या है देखिए. Now in this, चार्ज हम किसी भी बॉडी को कर सकते हैं. एनी काइंड ऑफ बॉडी कैन बी चार्ज. क्योंकि अभी रबिंग मेथड बताया था, तो रब करो तो वो चार्ज हो जाता है. दो चीज़ रब करते हैं, एक में से इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर निकलता है, दूसरा उसको गेन कर लेता है. एक जो लॉस करता है वो पॉजिटिव बन गया, जो गेन करता है वो नेगेटिव बन जाता है. अब इसमें और प्रॉपर्टीज को देखें तो एक जो मेन प्रॉपर्टी है, चार्जेस आर ऑलवेज कंजर्व्ड. चार्जेस आर कंजर्व्ड. That we call conservation of charge. Just like the conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, conservation of mass, charges are also conserved. Means total charges always remains constant. In any reaction, you have studied about the chemical reactions in chemistry first chapter. In all the chemical reactions, the reaction takes place due to the transfer of electron between one element to another. In that case also the charge is transferred. In all the chemical reactions, the total charge remains constant. Means it never lost. Means the charge cannot be created or